Hi, my powerful empire of 9 people, and today we will talk about maladaptive dreaming. And as a disclaimer, I want to say that I'm sorry because English is not my first language and I can make some grammar or lexical mistakes, so please don't criticize me. Thank you in advance. So let's continue talking about maladaptive dreaming, and I will tell you my personal experience. And I honestly recommend you to stop doing this. If you have the same issue, please stop, because this will ruin your life. Okay, I will tell you that I'm 20. I'm 20 years old. I'm like a grown-up person, but I don't feel like a grown-up person. Honestly, like mentally, I feel like I'm 12. And I think I'm not the only one person with this issue. Because like now I feel like I'm grown up physically, but not mentally. I didn't grow up as a person. And so my mind decided to continue bringing me some issues, and this maladaptive dreaming is one of these issues. So I will tell you how I started to do this thing. That happened accidentally because when I was 12, I watched a random movie about superheroes and I was so inspired, so I decided to imagine like how is it to be superhero, and I imagined my life as a superhero, and then I decided to turn on the music in my headphones to make it more epic. And then I started to imagine this and walk in my room, and then it felt like kind of interesting, and I decided to make this like my new hobby. And I started to do this daily. But I was 12. Yeah, I was a child. And as for me, that was okay. That's okay when you're a child. You can imagine something, that's okay. But then I continued growing up. But my mind didn't grow up. And I did this thing for 8 years straight. And I'm trying to get rid of this. I'm struggling with this. And if you have the same issue, I got you guys. Please don't do that, because some people, they say that they broke their headphones just to stop doing this, because this is the thing that will really ruin your life. Like this happened to me. Why this ruined my life? Because I spent on this my 8 years. 8 years of my life I spent on schizophrenia because that became my hobby. Seriously, I did this every day, like religiously. I felt like I was possessed or something, but I just did this literally every day. And even if I didn't have enough time to dream like that, I prefer to not sleep instead of not dreaming. So for example, if I have 5 hours left before waking up, then I prefer to like dream for the whole night. And that's weird. I don't know, that was like a real obsession, and this is really bad. And even some people, they tell you that you can spend like 15 minutes daily to achieve your dream in 1 year. And I just realized that I spent at least 2 hours daily for 8 years straight. And if only I could spend it on something that is really good for me, then I would be another person. I would be someone great. I will be like a better version of myself, not like now. This is really awful. Please, this is really awful. I do not recommend anyone to do this thing. I do not recommend, because in the end, you will suffer. In the end, you will be unhappy, because all you're gonna have is schizophrenia, because everything is there, not there. It's not a real life. And what is worse, I think, is the fact that my brain didn't see the difference between my schizophrenia, like maladaptive dreaming, and reality. Because when I imagined something, my brain gave me some reactions. For example, I could cry or laugh. And if I imagine that I do something, for example, I raise my hand, then my body reacts on this. Then I raise my hand like automatically, like this is happening in real life. That what is called maladaptive dreaming, when you like forget about the difference between your mind and reality. That's why some coaches, they tell you that you have to visualize, because of course your brain doesn't see the difference between your mind and reality. And if you will imagine something, that means that your brain will take it as a real life. And I used to close all the doors in my room, turn off the light, turn on the music in my headphones, and walk in my room. And I could do this like daily, every day. Like I didn't skip that, created this version of myself. And I'm not satisfied with that. That's why I really want to improve myself, because this is really awful. So I do not recommend anyone doing this. So I started to do this since I was 12, and now I'm 20 and I'm still struggling with this. Like 8 years, I spent 8 years, and I did this daily for at least 2 hours. Just imagine how many things I could do in these 8 years. And I hope that my example will really help you to get rid of this, because this is really awful thing. And recently what really scared me, there was a story of a 60 years old lady, and she wrote a message where she was telling that she dreamt for 50 years. 50 years. Can you imagine this? So like achieving nothing, always dreaming. I just want to tell you that dreaming is good, but when all you do is just dream and manifest, it will not work. It will never work, because you also have to do something. When you manifest something, yeah, this energy, like universe and God, like this will help you to achieve your dream, but only if you will do something. Because if you prefer to stay at home, laying on your bed, if you prefer doing nothing, like manifesting, like write something in your notebook and be like, I'm successful, I'm rich, I'm the best, but you do nothing, all you do is just like dreaming, then you will achieve nothing. And that's sad, but that's reality, because you have to do anything. You have to fight for your life. You have to struggle. Discipline is everything. So please, if you have the same issue, please stop doing this. This is not healthy. This is not good, and this is not okay. If you feel happy, in the end, you will be depressed. Trust me, in the end, you will be depressed, because now you're happy. Now you think that, oh, I can imagine everything I want. Yeah, it's just like a shifting in real life. It's just like a shifting while you are awake. But in the end, it will ruin your life. In the end, you will cry and suffer and think like, why I didn't stop when I was young. Just stop doing this. This is not good. This will not help you. This will destroy you. Achieve your dreams in real life. And also, one of my relatives, she's a therapist, and she told me that the reason why people have this issue is just because it's so much easier to imagine this instead of achieving this in real life. And that's truth. Because I imagine this life like I'm very popular, successful, I'm loved by people, I have a lot of fans, and I'm an artist, I'm a singer, I'm an actress, and a lot of people love me. And it was so much easier to imagine this, to imagine that I have a lot of famous friends, that I'm very rich, that I'm really just like cool. It's so much easier to imagine this instead of achieving this in real life, because in your mind you will get everything that you want in the way how you want. In your mind there is always everything as you want, but in reality you have to suffer for a little bit, and you can avoid this because it's just like a real life, and there are a lot of different people in this world. And if you want to be someone who is really like famous, then you have to know that you will meet a lot of people. And some of them are really mad, some of them are jealous and something, they will criticize you. And that's the reality. And our brain, our mind prefers to imagine a perfect life instead of achieving something in real and a little bit hard life. I think the life is easy, but sometimes we have our like problems, but that's okay. Just like imagine that you are the main character, and you know, when you watch a movie and you see that the main character is always happy, then you don't want to watch this movie because you're gonna be like, oh, where's the drama? So imagine that all the drama that you have in your life is just because you're the main character. But don't do this thing called maladaptive dreaming, because this will ruin your life. So stop. This will never help you. You have to escape. Okay? And as for me, I can say that shifting while you're sleeping is so much better than maladaptive dreaming, because at least you sleep enough. But when you do this thing called maladaptive dreaming, then you ruin everything in your life. So please stop doing this. This will never make you happy in real life, because if you want to continue doing this, that's not a good decision. In the end, you will be 60 and you will realize that you spend like all of your best time on literally nothing. So please think about this and stop maladaptive dreaming, because this is not a good thing. And seriously, like, break all of your headphones that you have, because you will never escape. You have to fight with this. You have to be against this. Find another hobby and, I don't know, take part in winter art. Just improve yourself. But if you have any questions, please write down in the comments and I will answer, because I'm really curious, like, what do you think about this? And have you ever experienced this thing that is called maladaptive dreaming? Because I know what is that. I didn't know how is it called, because I didn't know that it's just like a mental illness. I didn't know about that. But I knew that it was not good. I felt like this. And in the end, I was right, because 5 years later, I found out that this is a mental illness and this is not okay. And a lot of people suffer from that. Honestly, I thought that I'm the only one who has this issue, because I have never met the same people as me. But then when I saw a lot of videos like that, when I saw a lot of comments that are about this thing, I realized that I'm not alone. So please, guys, just fight for your freedom and fight for your life and fight for your achievements. Do the best and be the best. So yeah, that's completely all that I wanted to say. And if you have any questions, write them down in the comments and I will answer. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you soon. Bye.